J.B.T Media. The world under the microscope.
New world order. Is not an alien force already among us?
What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us at Candid Truth. We're going to talk about the truth and we're going to get candid with it. Tonight we're going to talk about Wicked. I didn't even want to touch this movie because there's just so much out there already about how weird they're acting and how they're crying at every interview and about some of the agendas that are wrapped up in there, but I couldn't avoid what I was seeing. When I saw the trailer finally and what the message was clear to me, because spiritual things are spiritually discerned. And when God knocks the blinders off your eyes, you can no longer see the world the same. That's why we got the intro where he's putting on the glasses and he's seeing things different, because that's the way God has allowed me to see the world now. He's given me a different discernment. And I'm not saying that to brag in any way. I used to be as blind as everyone else. Even as a Christian, I was one of those Christians that couldn't tell that Harry Potter was pushing witchcraft. Now I'm like, whoa, how was I missing something that was so obvious? But now, I want to look at this movie, Wicked. So the movie title alone, Wicked. Why would any Christian go to see a movie called Wicked? It seems like Christianity has lost all discernment. We're watching shows called Lucifer, and we're just watching all the entertainment of the world. And what Satan is great at. Satan is so good at messing with your heartstrings, messing with your emotions, and he can get you wrapped up. If you say, hey, that movie really has a subtle message in there, an attack on God, an attack on God's government, people will always come at you and say, no, you missed the whole point. The point was about creativity or about racism or this and that. That's what propaganda is. You can't just put out a message that says, hey, we hate God and he's a tyrannical villain. You have to wrap it up in something that's palatable for the masses. And most people are not going to watch something that's blatantly occult. And I take that back. That's the way the mindset was 20 years ago. Now, I'm just mind blown because now Satan doesn't even have to hide. For instance, in the anime world, there used to be a lot of subliminal messages in shows like Dragon Ball Z. You're talking about these heroes that worship a dragon that grants you wishes, and the Bible calls the dragon Satan. But now there's an anime called The Seven Deadly Sins, who are the heroes, and they're fighting against the Ten Commandments. And nobody bats an eye. Like, nobody even thinks, like, this is a blatant satanic attack on God and his government and his Ten Commandments. It's mind-blowing. The same message over and over and over. If you guys aren't familiar with Little Light Studios, I worked there for 7 years. Aubrey worked there. And this message has been shown over and over and over again. You can no longer call it a coincidence. How much longer can you call something a coincidence that has a pattern? Patterns mean something. All right. I don't want to lose you guys. Let me get into this. Wicked. Look at the title. We're going to look at the trailer. A quick chopped up version of the trailer. I want you to pay attention to certain things because there's mention of, are we born wicked or is it put upon us? So think about that, the idea of being born this way, or are people and their actions causing you to become wicked? So putting the blame on someone else instead of yourself. Are we in control of our own lives? Do we make our own free will choices? Do we have control over how we turn out? Yes, in some way. Yes, we can suffer through things and go through trauma and things like that, but Christ can set us free from all of this. So that's what they say in the beginning. Are we born wicked, or is it put upon us? Then you'll see mention of, well, first you'll see a goat, a talking goat that's a teacher, and at this like witchcraft school. I'm getting all this from the trailer, so maybe I'm wrong on some of this stuff. And the wicked witch, the green witch, who is wicked. Remember the Wizard of Oz? There was a good witch, which is no such thing. There's no such thing as a good witch. But either way, in the Wizard of Oz, there was a good versus an evil. And the whole idea was good is good and bad is bad. But in here, the tables are turned. And so the wicked witch, you'll find out she's the one that has power. And that the Wizard of Oz, he has no power, and he actually needs help from the witch because he's weak. Check this out.
Are people born wicked, or do they have wickedness thrust upon them?
Please, everyone take your seats.
That was you who made all that happen. How did you do it?
You're the one the wizard has been waiting for.
Something has changed.
Something's changed in me.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Summons you to the Emerald City. Come with me. What? To meet the wizard.
Terrible.
Something bad is happening in Oz. You have no real power.
That's why I need you.
I'm not afraid. As the wizard, I should be afraid of me.
I'm not afraid. It's the wizard who should be afraid of me. If you know the storyline of the Wizard of Oz, the wizard is like God. He's like this all-knowing being that is in the Emerald Palace with a yellow brick road that leads to him. These are all key phrases to listen for, and we're going to go through. I'm going to show you step by step every little detail of this thing. I couldn't believe it. My mind was blown. But notice the talking goat, the wicked witch, who she's the one that has the power. She pointed out to the wizard, you don't have any power, and he said, that's why I need you. See, now it's, no, God, I need the wicked witch. I need the wicked witchcraft. Who is this wicked witch? Let's go into this. So, Elphaba Trope, also known as the Wicked Witch of the West, is the green-skinned protagonist. Protagonist means good guy. She's the good guy. Okay. Protagonist of Wicked. I don't know why it's... Oh, Wicked the movie. The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West, published in 1995. The Wicked Witch of the West was originally an antagonist, bad guy, created by author L. Frank Baum from his 1900 children's novel, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, and notably in the 1939 MGM musical film version of The Wizard of Oz. So already off the bat, we see that the Wicked Witch was an antagonist. She was evil and wicked in the original, but now, in this movie, the Wicked, she's a protagonist. So already, I'm getting vibes of the Bible verse, Isaiah 5:20, that says, woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil, that put darkness for light, and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter. This has been going on for a couple of years. This is just 4 examples, but movies have been coming out lately that give you a sympathy for the devil message, a sympathy for the devil gospel. Joker. We know that Joker is this sadistic maniac killer, and yet in the movie The Joker, I never even saw any of these movies, but what I gathered from reading and fan stuff and all that, the Joker was about, no, he couldn't help it. He was bullied. He was pushed into this. He was pushed into killing.
Visit J.B.T Media on all social media. Like, follow, share, and subscribe. Thank you.